What is going on, Nuggets Nation, NBA fans? I am Tom Leuthner, and welcome back to Nuggets Today. I'm rocking the Mile High City jersey tonight, and we are here after a massive Game 3 victory. First topic I want to start off on is, do the Nuggets have a rising star? I put that in air quotes because Aaron Gordon is the guy, and he might be the most clutch player I've ever seen play for the Nuggets. 2-game winners so far this playoffs. One go-ahead, or not go-ahead, but one game-tying three-pointer tonight. Get us to overtime. Took over. I know if you look at the box score, he didn't take over, but I mean, again, 22, 8, and 5 on 4 for 6 shooting from three-point line. Can't really ask for more. I know MPJ shot better from the three-point line. Jokic shot terribly from the three-point line. We don't like to see that, but that's something we'll get into a little bit later. But Aaron Gordon is the most clutch player I've seen for the Nuggets so far this postseason. Jamal had his game, and so be it. But Aaron Gordon is carrying in those moments. We need a clutch three. Who are we going to? And it looked like Aaron Gordon tonight because we went straight to him. So Aaron Gordon has been the most clutch player I've seen for the Nuggets personally. He's been doing his part on the defensive end. He's helping out, guarding the best guys that we need him to guard. That's another thing I'll get into in a little while. But he is the guy that we've been looking for. He is, and Jokic said it from the beginning, I believe it was the beginning of the playoffs, first presser, he is my favorite teammate. And I understand why now. Because when he is slacking, Aaron Gordon cuts that slack, and it is phenomenal to see. It really is great. Again, I mean, you can't really be mad at a 22, 8, and 5 performance, only 4 for 4 from the free throw line. He was dominating. He did what he needed to do. Again, when you look at the box score, you look at the points, sure, he wasn't first in points. I mean, he was second. You couldn't be mad. He put up more points than Jokic tonight. It is great to see Aaron Gordon doing what we needed Aaron Gordon to do. So I am so happy to see that. And again, he is the most clutch Nugget I might have seen in the last 5 years. I know he was part of our championship team. One guy we brought in, and he was not supposed to be doing what he is doing now. You look at his scouting report from when he was with Orlando, he couldn't shoot. He was a semi-decent ball handler. He was only a slasher. He's a guy that you're going to look at for dunks only. Well, guess what? He proved everybody wrong tonight by hitting, a game-tying three, sends us to overtime, did his part on the defensive end, and again, slight adjustments I want to see from Denver, and that's the next topic that we're going to hop into. What slight adjustments helped? I think one big adjustment was Zeke Naji getting his minutes tonight. I think he only played, I'm going to go back and look right now. He only got 3 minutes, right? And it seemed like more when he was on the floor because he was covering for Jokic's slack. So seeing Zeke Naji on the floor, I felt pretty good. But again, Denver played well in the non-Jokic minutes. That's something that's been off this entire season. Jokic comes off the floor and we cannot do anything. Tonight, they looked awesome when Jokic wasn't on the floor. They really did. They looked great. Peyton Watson came in, did his thing. Again, we're going to cover something that I've gone into the last 2 episodes, I believe now. The one thing I would like to see is start Russell Westbrook, bring MPJ off the bench. MPJ played amazing, right? I take back everything I said the last 2 games. I know the next probably 2 games, I'm going to go right back into it. Take back what I said. For now, MPJ played amazing. And I still think that we should bring him off the bench. I think Russ should get his minutes. It scared me a little bit in the second quarter. He had a putback layup, but he immediately grabbed his shoulder, and that's not something I like to see. I think if we need a spark plug off the bench, why not bring Russ in? If we need a spark plug off the bench, why not bring MPJ in and let Russ start? And if Russ struggles right away, then you could bring MPJ in. We saw Russ wasn't the same as he was last 2 games, 8, 1, and 4 on 3 for 8 shooting from the field. So why not start Russ? If he has those struggles, then you bring in MPJ. And guess what? When Jokic needs his bench minutes, that's when you bring in MPJ, and now you have a scorer off the bench. Russ can score in your starting 5 regardless of who's out there with him. I know that you want a ball-dominant player off the bench, and that is Russell Westbrook. But I think that it might be time to maybe bring MPJ off the bench, especially with him holding his shoulder. Looks like he's struggling a little bit, and that's not something you want to see from your guy. Again, he was great. I mean, it didn't look like he struggled from the field tonight. He shot 5 for 6 from the three-point line, 7 for 10 from the field. That is what we need MPJ to do every game this series. And that's what's tough because I don't know if he can actually do that. It seems as if every third game he's doing that. We need to see that every single game from him. And again, I know he's not healthy and it's tough to sit here and criticize him, but then why not bring him off the bench? That's one of the slight adjustments that I want to see. Again, like I said, I like Zeke Najee's minutes. I think that he should be coming in a little bit earlier in the game. Jokic with 2 fouls in the first quarter. We're still playing him for a couple minutes there. Why not give Zeke those minutes? Jokic struggled today. That's something that we're going to get into. And that's the next topic. What is up with Jokic? I wish I could sit here and tell you he's mentally tired. He's fatigued. Is he bored? I don't know what it is. But Jokic was terrible. He was awful tonight. I was sitting there watching the game, and I never actually thought I would say that Jokic was going to be the reason that we lost if we lost this game, but he was. He was 0 for 10 from 3. He is arguably the best player in the entire NBA. You cannot afford to go 0 for 10 from the three-point line, especially if you're the center who can extend the floor and help your guys out. The one adjustment I did like to see from Jokic is that he came out and he looked to score before anything else. That's something that we haven't seen in him. We've been, he gets the ball, he looks to pass. But what we saw tonight was Jokic came out, tried to score. I like to see that regardless. Again, I'm going to give him his flowers whenever he gets them. But he was awful tonight. He was terrible. I think 8 for 20. Let me check. 8 for 25 from the floor. It is tough to see him get mauled a little bit. Again, not get calls. I know I'm not going to sit here and complain about the refs. We did win a game. But again, I'll give that even stance. I complained about the refs last game. I'm complaining about the refs this game, and we won. Jokic is getting mauled. He's not getting the calls. You see Jalen Williams get the calls. You see Aaron Gordon get the calls. MPJ gets the calls. But Jokic doesn't get calls. I'm not sure why, but he was awful from the floor anyway. Not like 4 free throws would help him. Sure, it would help his box score numbers, but it's not going to help him. He played terrible. There's nothing to say. The second thing I'll give to him is if he's not rebounding when he's in, it seems as if we're not getting any rebounds. Like any long rebounds, it goes to the other team. So that's something that's tough. I don't know how to address that. Your guards play deeper, but I understand the guards want to dip out. We were the first team in fast break buckets throughout the season. So that's something that I would love to address if I'm David Adelman. But again, it's tough because, again, Jokic is that guy, and he didn't play like that guy, and we still won. So I'm going to sit here and criticize everything he did because he played terribly. But again, everybody else picked up his slack, and that's the one thing that we needed to see. So again, the next topic I'm going to jump into here, there's always space for adjustments. Again, like I said, I would love to see Zeke Naji come out earlier. I would love to see that he gets his minutes, especially when Jokic is in foul trouble, because Jokic is, again, playing terrible tonight. I would love to see Russ in the starting 5 over a guy like MPJ just for a little while, maybe. Let MPJ relax that shoulder before he comes in, and he's our bench scorer. I love the Peyton Watson minutes we got tonight. Peyton Watson has proved me wrong on what I said about him. So I maybe see more of his minutes, especially if Jokic is struggling. We played amazing non-Jokic minutes, like I said earlier. So why not continue those minutes? If Jokic is playing that bad and we're playing that well with him off the floor, why not continue to play those minutes off the floor? Keep Watson in for a little bit longer. Again, there are slight adjustments, and you could say there's always space for these adjustments. Obviously, OKC's going to come out. Jalen Williams killed us. He dominated us. So why not maybe try to get Watson in the game more and defend him? Maybe throw a bigger lineup out there and have MPJ, Watson, Jokic, Gordon, and Murray sit Brown for a little while. Let him get his rest and have a guy like Watson guard Jalen Williams and whoever we want to throw, Jamal Murray, MPJ, or Aaron Gordon on Shea. I did like the adjustment that we made on defense, having Jokic guard Lou Dort, because Lou Dort does not move around a lot. He just sits out and waits for a 3. That was awesome, but then we jumped right back into that zone. Right? And that's probably something I'll cover next episode. We have to get out of that zone. We are too comfortable in it, and it allows penetration on the inside. Again, I'll probably cover that way deeper next episode, but I am super hyped that we won. We took game 3 when I don't think that we should have. We played terrible. Outside of Gordon, Murray, MPJ, they played their game, but we did not have a good game, and we still took it, but we cannot rely on them to play that bad next game. So I'm losing my voice because I'm so excited. I was screaming at the TV today. But I'll catch you guys next episode. I am super hyped. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another episode of Nuggets Today. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you soon.